Guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Truth Kerubo, and today I want to speak about the definition of aridity and be able to distinguish aridity from desertification. Further, we're going to learn the human causes of aridity and desertification. Both human and physical. We're also going to learn the effects of aridity and desertification and the possible solutions. But first, let's find out what is desertification. So desertification is the encroachment of barren land on arable land. So you'll find there's now deposition of sand, making the area that was once arable, it could have been used for agriculture, now being deposited with sand, making it less suitable for agriculture. So in such an area, you'll find with the desertification, the process of having deserts encroaching in a place. You see characteristics such as now strong winds, you'll see torrential rainfall, high temperatures, you'll see low rainfall being received, and which will be unreliable, as low as 250 millimeters per annum. You'll also get to see we shall have humidity being low because there's no moisture available. So on the other hand, aridity, from the word dry, so you'll tend to see this deficient is the state of land being deficient or devoid of moisture, and so due to that insufficient moisture, there's scanty vegetation or no vegetation at all. Look at this, it's really scanty. Even the color has really changed. So what are the causes of aridity and desertification? The physical causes include the distance from the continent, the sea. So remember that oceans, we have that maritime effect. If we're near the sea, and there'll be that rain-bearing effect. So when you find a place is really in the interior of the continent, it's not being influenced by the maritime effect, it will tend to be dry. Look at this area. Another reason is when we have insufficient rainfall. Like here, you tend to find the area receives low rainfall. Thus, as a result, we have no moisture. So, consequently, there will be scanty vegetation, leading to a process known as aridity. Another thing is if we have pressure zones which are high with low humidity. So the atmosphere was lacking water, the pressure is really high, so it is compressing the air. It's really cold, it cannot be able to hold in moisture. So in such a case, the area will be devoid of moisture, leading to aridity. Another thing that we have is leeward. Look at this side. This is a relief barrier. You tend to see some sides have vegetation, others don't have. The leeward side, in as much as it is useful in beekeeping, beef keeping, as well as rangelands for wildlife and tourism, you find that this area, the moisture is being absorbed by the dry winds which are now flowing to the other side upon formation of the relief rainfall as a result of orographic effect. So such areas will tend to be dry. Another thing, we have the ocean currents. We know an ocean current is a mass of water and wind is moving air. So when these things are cold, like the cold Benguela current, it will have a chilling effect on the surrounding areas where it blows to. So as a result, you'll tend to find there will be insufficiency of moisture, because in any case, the cold currents as well as winds are unable to carry moisture, so they're not moisture laden, so they will not be bearing rainfall. As a result, you shall be having a dry effect, leading to a process known as desertification and aridity. We also have temperature. An increase in temperature will lead to an increase in evaporation as well as evapotranspiration. So the plants will wither, they will wilt and finally dry up, yeah, due to insufficient moisture within them, leading to a process known as desertification. For the human factors, basically you get to look at human population. So as people increase in an area, they'll tend to use all the available water, leading to reduction in water within the catchment areas. As a result, there will be aridity. Also, we know that people will need land for cultivation as well as settlement. So they will have to cut down the trees which were acting as carbon sinks, and in this case we shall have an increase in carbon dioxide, yeah, which will have otherwise been sequestered by the forest. So carbon dioxide, being a greenhouse gas, should absorb more temperatures, leading to an increase in temperature, thus more evaporation, thus drying up of plants, yeah, shall have scanty vegetation. Another thing we have is industrialization. So remember, during the Industrial Revolution, yeah, there was release of gases and other materials which are greenhouse gases, leading to an increase in the temperature, the atmospheric temperature, and this will lead to weathering, yeah. Another thing we have is overgrazing. When you have a large stock of animals, there could be livestock as well as wildlife. For example, if you get to affect the food chain, we have the producers, followed by the primary consumers, secondary consumers, tertiary, as well as quaternary. If, for example, I do away with the secondary consumers, like the lions, which were supposed to feed on the antelopes, definitely the population of the primary consumers will go up, yeah, the grazers will go up, and that means as it goes up, they will get to overfeed on the producers, yeah, so that's reducing the population of wewe funga ile kitu inalipuka